Story time of the time I had a friend reach out to me and tell me that she cheated on her husband with a black man. Disclaimer, I'm engaged to a black man, I've been married to a black man, and I have biracial children. So I don't know if that's why she felt okay to reach out to me about this, but we're no longer friends. So I was sitting there and I get this message from her, and she's like, hey girl, I want to talk to you about something. I was like, okay, go ahead. She said, I cheated on my husband and it was with a black man. I was like, okay. What does it, one, it was wrong that you cheated. Two, like, what does him being black have to do with it? Well, she was like, well, I don't know what to do. Like, I just can't play this off if my child is born and she's mixed, if she comes out mixed. So one, I was like, one, you were going to hide this from your husband and hoping it, you know, if it was a white man, you could have been like, oh, okay, well, it's your child, whatever. But you knew because you slept around with a black man, you weren't going to be able to hide this, right?
Have you ever been with a black guy?
Yes, once.
What are the chances I can be number 2?
8 out of 10.
Oh, say less.
What are the chances we can do that tonight?
Oh, wow. That's crazy. Stick with another guy tonight.
Oh, he can join too.
7 out of 10.
You want to rock, paper, scissors for it? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Yes, sir.
All right, I'll tap in with you.
Okay.
Society is so freaked out. The overly fetishized relationship between white women and black men is a byproduct of the combination of both patriarchy and white supremacy. And it's way more common than I originally thought when I made the previous video on this topic. Let's start from the beginning. According to patriarchy, men are strong, dominant hunter warriors, and women are soft, submissive homemakers. Then when you add in your good old-fashioned white supremacy in the mix, white supremacy tells us that white people are smart, kind, God-fearing, innocent people, minus a few bad apples, and black people are violent, loud, monstrous savages. When these two belief systems are combined, it creates a scale where black men are the most dominant, aggressive, savagely creatures on the planet. And all the way at the opposite end of the spectrum are white women, the softest, most sensitive, most innocent, vulnerable creatures on the planet. Even though from a societal privilege standpoint, black women are the most vulnerable and white men are the most powerful. But in regards to personal physicality, this is actually kinda true. You know, if we're generalizing here, black men are on average the strongest race of men. And not just because of genetics, but because of the constant adversity we face. We're always fighting to survive. So we built a culture around courage and resiliency. Conversely, white women are the most privileged race of women, making them, on average, weaker and a lot more physically vulnerable than other races of women. I think we all seen enough white women getting their asses beat to agree. However, the contrast in physical strength alone doesn't make this dynamic kinky. We gotta now talk about society's love for extreme power imbalances. My theory is that this is also a byproduct of patriarchy. And yes, you guessed it, grape culture. Actually think about it though. The colonizers that ruled this nation were predators from the jump. Over time, they completely normalized their extremely predatory perspective. Fast forward some centuries, and bored housewives are writing novels romanticizing the type of predatory relationship dynamics a lot of them are already victims of. Now they could just take the same emotionally stunted, narcissistic, abusive man-child they're used to, swap out their fat, ugly husband for a hot, shirtless vampire. Oh yeah, that's romance for you. Like, all bullshit aside, why was this nigga hanging out in a high school? He's like 1,000 years old. If he don't take his emo ass to a retirement home to find himself a girlfriend. But yeah, they got a lot of weird ass romance movies. Oh, Wednesday, this pedo cringe will always be a stain on your career. Okay, so what's my point? Well, society has become horny as fuck for imbalanced power dynamics, especially in the porno industry. As a society, we are gonna have to accept that some corn created canon events for us all. 2 Girls, 1 Cup is an example. That was a canon event. A lot of us never watched it, all of us know what it is. And similar to 2 Girls, 1 Cup is this godforsaken picture right here. This picture is actually a cursed item. The one innocent little white girl about to get her insides fucking hollowed out by a gang of buff black men. And I'm talking about just this picture. If a picture is worth 1,000 words, this picture is worth 1 word in 1,000,000 grunts. This picture is meant to communicate the one thing that's supposed to arouse every man on earth: domination. Now, I want any man watching this to really think about this. We've been conditioned to glorify violence and domination so much that it transfers over to sex. I know y'all know what I'm talking about. Think about when you see a chick, right? And she bad as fuck. And you're trying to communicate what you want to do to her when you get her back to your place. And out of nowhere, your ass turn into Darth Vader. Bro, her ass is perfect. When I get her back to my place, bro, I will destroy her. Like, god damn, dog. You don't want to give her a massage or let her ride your face or nothing? Just total annihilation, huh? Okay, do your big one, Megatron. I truly believe most of our sexuality we learned from the media. So, chances are, if you match with a white lady who thinks 50 Shades of Grey is hot and hasn't deconstructed white supremacy all the way yet, deep down, she probably got a fantasy of getting split in half by a BBC. I'm just saying. Now, I already talked in my other video about all the pressure on white women to never admit this out loud, or probably not even to themselves. This is a safe space. It's okay to admit it here. I'm not judging. Say no. I'm trolling. We gotta go over all the variables in this freaked out equation. Because believe it or not, this whole trifling ass dynamic gets extremely unhinged. First variable I want to highlight is actually white men. Despite this being about black men and white women, there's actually a role the white man plays in all of this. And that is as the non-consenting observer, or the C-UCK. But why? Well, we need to understand the colonizer mindset. You see, it's not enough to just be a white man. Without a colonizer mindset, you dead ass won't care about any of this. So what is the colonizer mindset? Well, when I use the word colonizer, I'm talking about a person who is equally indoctrinated by both white supremacy and patriarchy, and is so entitled that they believe they have the right to conquer and control anything they desire. The people that think like this will always concern themselves with stuff that ain't none of their motherfucking business. Like, for instance, the birth rates.
The birth rate is very low in almost every country.
The immigrant population.
I was the one that reported the information that I had to ICE.
Black people enjoying life.
Okay, here we go. I shouldn't be surprised because this is the same culture that promotes and celebrates gang violence and drug money and degeneracy and having 18 different baby mamas.
What women choose to do with their own damn bodies.
Hey bitch, we control your bodies, men win again.
You get it. And because these guys are racist as fuck, they feel especially entitled when it comes to controlling white women. Their need to control things creates a fear of losing control and thus a fear of freedom. And obviously, if you subscribe to the white supremacy hierarchy, you're not going to appreciate lesser creatures, aka black people, contaminating your property.
What are 3 red flags in a relationship?
Going out without telling someone, being with a black guy before, and wait, let him get to. Let me think of a good one.
When she hangs out the black man before you.
You following along? It's really brain dead stuff here. True colonizers are slaves to patriarchy, so they're very dependent on their wives. A colonizer's wife not only organizes his family and home life, but in colonizer's social circles, like 80% of his reputation as a man is dependent on how valuable of a wife he has. So his social life is also indirectly dependent on her. A colonizer's wife is unequivocally the most valuable asset in his life. He has a little limp dick, so he'll probably never tell her that. But regardless, he knows his entire way of life rests on her shoulders.
A woman in her 30s who doesn't have romantic love, it's like the greatest tragedy ever. You know, poor Lisa never found romantic love, and now she's in her 40s and she has cats. What a tragedy. Guess what? Lisa's just fine. All of the research shows the following. Men need and benefit from relationships much more than women. Widows are happier after their husband dies. True. This is true. Women do live longer in relationships. They live 2 to 4 years longer. Men live 4 to 7 years longer. If a man hasn't cohabitated with a woman or been married by the time he's 30, there's a 1 in 3 chance he'll be a substance abuser. When women don't have a romantic relationship, oftentimes pour a lot of that energy back into their friend network and their professional lives. When men don't have a relationship, they pour a lot of that energy back into online content, nationalism, misogyny, anti-immigration. They start blaming other people for their problems.
You just said that a huge amount of men between the age of 15 and 50 will not pass on their genes. They will effectively die out of the gene mating pool. So people will hear that and many people will go, well, that's evolution.
Yeah.
But I want to understand if there's a counterpoint to that. Should society intervene? Why is, in the short term, we're going to have a lot of men who are disillusioned that become incels find themselves in pockets of the internet, are resentful, all those kinds of things. But should society intervene to course correct that? Should we put systems in place to make sure that those men meet partners?
So he already has a fear of losing his wife. But if another man cracks his wife, his entire image as a properly masculine man shatters. His property is being violated by another man. So he is essentially being violated by another man. He's being emasculated. And if that man is black, then I'm sure you can imagine how much of a violation that is for him. The inadequacy he would feel comparing himself to the strongest, most dominant race of men.
Do it!
Most colonizers are traumatized by this irrationally goofy fear, which is why it's so important to deconstruct patriarchy and white supremacy. These systems create irrational insecurities within us. But here's a perfect example of one of these colonizers out in the wild.
But it's not a joke, right? It's not, we are not in some form of literally articulated type like puppet mastering situation.
Articulated definition.
I'm a married man, okay? I've been married for almost 5 years. If I lost my wife to something like that, it's a fucking joke, people. And it's time for you to wake up and realize what is actually taking place. Because as long as they continue to do this and they have the empathy and the support, they're going to continue to do it. And here, I'm going to leave you one last thing before I go, because this one is wildly frustrating, okay? They let you vote. Think about that. Huh?
Yes, this smooth-brained Neanderthal convinced himself that Erica Kirk is dating this man because she took a picture with him. Now, you see how angry he gets at a picture of two people he don't know? This is what happens when you believe you're responsible for controlling everything on Earth. As you can see, for whatever reason, bro believes that a widowed wife needs to remain faithful to her dead husband. And if they aren't, they should be shamed for it. You see, even after death, colonizers want to be able to control their wives from hell. And then you add in the fact that she's allegedly cheating on her super dead husband with a black guy. It triggered that black man see-uckery fear. Bro said, if I lost my wife to that,
something like that,
like that well-dressed tap dancer wouldn't maul Charlie Kirk to death, you know, if he wasn't already dead. Okay, but why does this matter? Why is the angry colonizer a necessary variable in this equation? That's because outraged bystanders is what gives the dynamic that element of taboo. It's what makes it exciting. The feeling that a basic ass sex act is somehow affecting the social climate of the world. Like some white girl sucking a black wiener is fighting racism somehow. For the record, it's not. For me to take you down the snow rabbit hole that inspired this video.
I'm his table with the money. I'm his favorite Snowbunny.
I introduce to you favorite Snowbunny trend. Real quick, to those who don't know, Snowbunny is basically just a white woman who's open to dating black men. I'm explaining this because, believe it or not, there was actually a lot of people using this sound without knowing what it meant. However, some of them absolutely knew what it meant. And when black dudes started using the sound, things truly took a degenerate turn. Black dudes started using the sound to summon snow bunnies. Yes, you heard me correctly. Summon.
I'm his table with the money. I'm his favorite Snowbunny. On chill, he be on me like a
Yes, white women were literally summoned to the damn comment section, and they started commenting pictures of themselves. Split that abs in half. Do it. D, did you forget your face is on this damn account? No, of course she didn't, because she commented a picture. Well, hello there, head ass. Excuse me, ma'am, is that not your boyfriend in the profile pic? these women were showing out in these comments. And if you understand people, you know everything happens in trends. This became the new easiest way to get thirst trap engagement.
Call me table with the money.
There's no way this method will work again, right? I swear this trend is bringing out the baddest white chicks on the internet, bro. Actual insanity. Can this get any more degenerate? Duh, because now the professional thirst trappers gotta get in on the action. This might be the most aggressively light-skinned shit I've ever seen in my life. Nigga, why are you deflowering emojis to be freaked out in a comment section? Let the emojis be innocent, bro. Cornball. You can't call him a cornball if it worked. Especially since you're engaging too. Technically, it worked on you too. Guys like this are as much the target audience as women are. This type of content is 50% thirst trap, 50% rage bait. Shit, we all cornballs for being here, bro. I'm sorry, little bro, but this meme doesn't work when it's this many women in the comments. You seriously trying to call all these white women ran through? And we supposed to believe you wouldn't be in any one of these chicks' DMs. Right here. The crazy thing is, the women were actually getting mad at this nigga for not responding. Bro dead ass didn't reply to one comment. He didn't even like any of them. He got his views and dip. Lobby full? Unfortunately, yes. And I'm afraid it will always fill up for debauchery. It's so over for white boys. You love black men? You've known 2 black men your whole life. Stop it. The same AI meme back to back is crazy. These guys truly have no originality. Black people so beautiful. Aww. And you know what? This is the first genuine compliment I've seen. And coming from an overseas baddie. Love to see it. Future single mom. No, anything but a single mom. These are the same dudes that want to trap a woman with marriage just so she can be a single mom while in a marriage. Make it make sense. Most of these unmarried co-parent black dads are much better fathers than these emotionally unavailable, incompetence weaponizing colonizer husbands. But idiots like this see marriage as the finish line instead of the starting line. So once they trap a woman with marriage and kids, expect them to reach unprecedented levels of worthless. For real, they are so attractive. Future single mom. Clap. Future single mom. Clap. Are y'all dead ass right now? What you copy as homework? Stop copying and pasting comments. Lazy ass. The reality is most of these women just want to get piped down by a BBC. They not gonna be no single moms. They most likely gonna end up marrying some white dude. But go off, little bro. One day, she will have a Tinder profile holding 2 babies who don't look like her, say she is ready to settle down. Yeah, and you're gonna be getting ignored in her DM, so what is you talking about? Why it's always the frumpiest of unks hopping on the internet and talking like they're the masters of the universe. This lady will always have more options than somebody's funny uncle. Bro probably a few more lonely nights from ending up in a Gideon video. Bro Roblox account probably already banned. I know his bedroom smell like McDonald's and cheese curls. Realistically, why would any woman want to have babies by a man who wouldn't be able to come within 100 feet of the school to pick them up from school? Single mother incoming. Surely by now you see what I mean about these people's obsession with babies. Oh nah, always down is sick. With the tongue out too, she ain't even trying to act innocent. If these thirsty ass niggas don't get out of here with these first day of school ass selfies, twinning, we lost, and I like that. Yeah, get help, buddy. A kink built from a trauma you gave yourself from an irrational fear needs to be healed. Hot take, kinks that came from trauma are not healthy. Therapy is a thing, people. Good girl. Make all us proud. Service the black kings. Rock their world, girlfriend. My slut Lisa? Is this your main account? You can always tell the people with personalized hub accounts. I bet she used Facebook dating. There's too many white girls who want us white boys. Oh, is that what the analytics told you, Carrie? Because these comments beg to differ, buddy. For the other ladies, definitely if you're a blonde, nigga, get off the toilet and go to work with your broke ass. Take me down. With his long ass kneecaps all in my damn face. This shit is heartbreaking. It don't have to be. Keep scrolling. Blacked. I love seeing white girls go black only. Hate this. Just keep scrolling, dog. It's like they're addicted to the suffering. Huh? Is this a sexy black man? No, that's an orc from Lord of the Rings. A sexy black man is what you see cracking your crush every time you close your eyes. You do know sexy and black man are oxymorons, right? Isn't it funny how some of these colonizers are still trying to refuse their role as sea ucks, but won't just disengage from the content altogether? Shit's getting weird, man. This one is especially egregious. She clearly has the same colonizer mindset as the colonizer men, always bringing up a future black mixed baby. Racism aside, this is such a dehumanizing way to view your own fucking child. It shows there will be an automatic disconnect from the child's blackness. And these are the type of hoes that be starting them family channels with 14 kids and shit. I pray no black man ever impregnate this psycho hoe. For the sake of her 14 black mixed babies. Black men are the best. You like it, BBC. No way that's your profile pic. Bruh, retire from the internet forever. You've clearly gotten yourself in too deep. Poor dad. Shit, if this is her mindset towards black people, she's most likely her dad's karma. If you indoctrinate your kids with racism, they will probably end up fetishizing black people to some extent. That wouldn't be possible if they just saw black people as regular people, but they don't. And that's what makes the fetishization possible. When you see intercourse with black people as a forbidden taboo, it becomes exciting. And I'm talking about for white girls and white boys. But the difference between racist white boys and racist white girls is racist white boys have an extremely hard time finding black girls who are oblivious to the racist red flags and are willing to date them. This is Clavicular. He's a racist, incel, looks-maxing influencer who said the N-word a whole bunch of times. He popularized a term called getting your black belt, which basically means having sex with a black woman for the first time. Despite being wealthy and famous, this man has still never had sex with a black woman, even though it's something that's apparently on his bucket list. And just look at how excited this little dweeb gets when he thinks he's gonna have an opportunity to get his black belt finally.
What'd you rate him?
So me, Auntie
Yeah.
gonna give you a 9. I've never dated a white guy or anything like that.
Is this nigga blushing? Bro, look how flattered he is. This is the compliment he's been searching for his whole life. And racist white girls, on the other hand, have a moderately easy time finding a black pipe to bounce on. So, her poor dad did this to him damn self.
What are you doing?
Who are you on the phone to?
My boyfriend.
What's he called?
Jeremiah.
Jeremiah.
And guess what?
What?
It's black.
Oh my.
Here we have a video of white women basically making fun of how the white community act weird about interracial dating. These comments were particularly sea-ucky. A bunch of white boys trying to be in the sneako corner while their crush gets folded into a pretzel by a big black dude. And yes, I am judging. I am an elegant, well-built, wise, honest, and faithful black man. But nobody's perfect. Sit down, Unc. Where the fuck did you find this off-brand Halloween pimp costume? Say it again. Head ass. This is the most pleather I ever seen in one fit. At your old age, you need to be more careful of microplastics. These white chicks ain't talking about you, nigga. And this brings us to the next variable in the equation. Black men. Unc over here commenting a resume. When these white chicks think about black men, they're not thinking about a pimp named Hiccup. They thinking about this nigga. The fact of the matter is, these women are attracted to the aesthetic of blackness. They want muscles, they want tats, they want chains, they want locks or waves. They're attracted to the aesthetic. They don't want no damn individual. And if that sounds dehumanizing to you, then congratulations, you have self-respect.
Do y'all remember when all of them white girls got exposed for that group chat that they had and they was talking about how black men are so easy and how black men will do anything for a white girl? Because I want y'all to know that that is true and that is exactly how they see you. I had the unfortunate experience of once interacting with a white girl who clearly wanted me to date her. Although she didn't want me to date her, she wanted me to do other things. So we're talking and she ended up asking me to come over that night. And I was like, for what? And she was like, you know, we're trying to, you know. And I'm like, no, I actually don't want to do that. And this girl gets so mad that I rejected her. She says to me, okay, I didn't want you anyways. I can have any black guy I wanted. Black guys will do anything for a white girl. She said, and I quote, you think you're so special when there are 1,000 men who would want to be in your place. And all I had to say was, go find one of them 1,000. I'm not one of them. And I want y'all black men to know that every time you fiend for a white girl, you just validate that idea in her head, because in her head, she thought she had a free throw. She thought she slam dunk. I'm black, she's white. I was gonna go for her no matter what, right? And when she got rejected, that instantly shattered that entire idea in her head, and she went spiraling.
Leaked messages show women teaching younger sister how to get an NFL or NBA level athlete while in college.
I want a football player, NFL preferably, a tall chocolate one, like you did. I want your life. That's easy, but you have to play your cards right. You can't be an emotional little girl. Teach me, 1, he's the prize. Remember, he can change your life, you can't change his. 2, dealing with cheating. Don't look for it. Girls will throw themselves at him, and some will succeed. If it's just a fling, let it go. But don't let him get emotionally attached to one of them. P.S. He'll always be attracted to black girls. Activate the shenanigans in her by picking at her and let him see it. He'll ditch her quick. LOL. If she's like us, it'll be harder because more than likely, she's playing to win him too. Make him choose. 3, be an asset to him. Fold his clothes, buy and bring him food, do his homework, completely integrate yourself into his life where he can't function without you. 4, don't embarrass him. Don't cheat. Don't text other men. His cute friends and teammates will try you. Looking eyes. Ignore it. Just in case the relationship goes south, another athlete will see you as gold. 5, go completely wild on him in bed. Use throat spray. Do any and everything. Be spontaneous. Make it go down anytime, anywhere. Number 6, his mom, Lexi. Do not tell his mom any personal information, especially something negative. She will tell his entire family and he'll blame you. Just smile, wave, and be quiet. Number 7, always look good and appealing. Hair and face always has to be done. Push for marriage or at least to have multiple kids. And you got them. In 2 years on draft day, you'll be a millionaire and all your friends will work hard in school to literally never live the life you live. Heart eyes emoji. It's so sweet and rewarding, Lex. I'm in Cancun right now. I told you these niggas was a bunch of walking licks. Easy as hell. Given our unique existence in this world, on average, black women are more suited for black men than anyone else. But there's actually a lot of black men who also have the colonizer mindset. We have a patriarchy problem in the black community. And as a result, some black men have a weakness to these type of women. White women know they can't compete with the soulful warmth and familiarity that most black men feel with black women. But what they can do is be a patriarchal wet dream for a colonizer-minded nigga. She knows how to be a soulless sex slave, which black women are most likely not willing to be. You know, since they understand the value of freedom. And I want to say this to all women. Even these hollow thought-ass money vultures right here. You should never, ever give up your humanity, especially for something as frivolous as money. Think about how soulless you have to be to see children as just tools for trapping somebody. And the tragic thing is, these niggas still cheat with black women. So when the white girl finally decides to act on the data that she has undoubtedly been collecting since the day they met, she will divorce his dribbling, tap dancing ass and take half. And she gonna turn his kids into coons.
Mixed people are never going to get a fucking break, and mixed people don't make it any better. What the fuck is this post, bro? Talking about growing up mixed with a white mom. Getting called the N-word when she's mad at me. Dog, what the fuck? I have a white mom. My cousins have a white mom. I can guarantee neither one of our white moms have called us an N-word. I know this for a fact because both of our white moms didn't even want us to say the N-word at all. It literally took me telling my mom, I was like, you're not black. You're not finna tell me not to say the N-word. And I tried to tell my cousin's mom that too, but she was not going. She has a little bit more spice than my mom. You just set mixed people with white moms back like 5 years, which doesn't seem like a lot, but it took a really long time for us to get a little bit of respect. If you are mixed with a white mom, you are already 3 points behind anyone else who's mixed, just because you have a white mom. And you got the nerve to say some shit like this? No, it's not because you're mixed with a white mom, it's because your mom's probably fucking crazy.
I'm mixed and my mom does this, bro. Your reality is not the reality of the rest of us. Many of us not have a perfect situation where all of this was talked about. White women are some of the most racist people, and they won't hesitate to show their kids their true colors.
My white mom is racist, but I'm mixed. And yes, you heard that right. My mom has 2 black kids and she's racist. She had multiple black partners, including my father, and they were even married at one point. As I got older, I started to realize how racist she was. She would call my friends and their moms monkeys. She said my dad was blacker than her shit. She called my brother's friend the hard N-word and then punched him in the face. Me and my older brother share the same mom and dad, but my younger brother is white. He was always treated a little bit differently than we were. She had bipolar disorder and she would always get real angry, and when she would get in her little modes, she would argue with everybody and just start saying a lot of racist things. My grandparents were even racist and they didn't mind her acting that way. So a lot of people be like, why did you cut off your family? Why did you cut off your family? This is not even the half. But just know everything I did was for good reason. Don't block your blessings by keeping people in your life that aren't meant to be there. Some people are just lessons.
Think about this. If you are a tall, handsome, young, wealthy black man in America, you got hella options. Do you understand how brainwashed by patriarchy you gotta be to choose a soulless, flavorless, subservient sex slave over a soulful, stylish, flavorful human being? You're married to a robot, little nigga. This just shows you how the patriarchy turned a lot of black men into entitled, narcissistic man babies. These are the type of ashy niggas that love hating on black women for not being submissive enough. Newsflash, dumbass niggas. People are not meant to be dominant or submissive. And neither one of these are a good traits to have. We all share this world. So being dominant outside of the context of sports or sex is obviously a fucking bad thing. In order to be dominant, you have to completely disregard the motivations of everyone else. This mindset automatically incites conflict. That's why the world is always at war. And in order to be submissive, you have to completely disregard your own motivations. These perspectives are 2 extremes on opposite ends of a spectrum. In the middle of said spectrum is collaborative, which is what adults actually need to be in order to positively function in civilized society. Dominant is what slave masters are, and submissive is what slaves are. Get it? And fellas, it's time to grow some damn self-respect. Stop telling yourself that men don't have value and women do, and men gotta build their value. If you attach your value and self-worth to external objects, then without those objects, you have no value. You're telling yourself that you, by yourself, is worthless. Funny how those slave masters see the worth in your black ass. Funny how these pasty harpies right here see the value in you. Funny how those recruiters see the value in you. Funny how your black mama sees the value in you. It's funny because it would seem like you are the only one on earth that don't see the value in you. But what do I know? Go off, King. Marry your robot. Since that's apparently the best you can hope for. Alright, let's move on.
Okay, alright. So I'm in my Uber and I'm talking with the greatest Uber driver ever, Nick. I'm gonna repeat the question. Have you ever heard of a Queen of Spades tattoo? Or seen anybody with the spade, like the suit on a card with a Q on it?
No.
You have not?
No.
Okay, you may want to speak loud. I don't have a mic on.
No, I have not.
Okay, all right. So, think of it this way. There is a whole community of Caucasian women that have this tattoo, and this essentially means that they will easily submit, and whether they have families, whether they have responsibilities, they will instantly submit to being a how can I put this without they will essentially submit to black men and their long endowments, if you catch my drift.
Okay.
There's a whole community, and they just instantly just go out and fetishize black men simply because they feel like they have the right to it, and they don't care. They will approach anybody. They will approach black men in front of their husbands.
Can I get directions to this community?
I don't think they'd go for you, unfortunately.
I'm just light skinned.
You're not that light skinned.
I was yesterday days old when I found out what a Queen of Spades is. A bunch of you were commenting QS, Queen of Spades, little spade emojis, and I just thought it was a snow bunny. I thought it was like a snow bunny. I thought it was another term. A little bit ago, I posted this video.
Once you go black, you never go back.
Bitch, really?
But I thought the shirt was funny, along with the audio. Well, my boyfriend found my TikTok last night. He's over here doing the Lord's work, bless his heart. So first and foremost, I just want to say, I am not a Queen of Spades. I prefer to date black men, yes. I can't believe I'm saying this on social media, but I don't want to be ran through by any men, no matter their race. For the white girls watching that want to be educated, a Snowbunny's a white girl, commonly referred to as a white girl who likes to date black men. It's just a cute little term, okay? Okay, I didn't even know what Snowbunny was until a year ago either. I was just a white girl out here that preferred to date black guys. I didn't feel like there needed to be a label or a title. A Queen of Spades is a girl that enjoys mainly just the equipment of a black man, multiple black men. From my understanding, a Queen of Spades would more fall into the fetish category. They're not wanting to date. So your girl is not a Queen of Spades. No, I'm not getting a Queen of Spades tattoo. I have been educated. My bad.
Later. Girl, don't do it. It's not worth it. I'm not gonna do it, girl. I was just thinking about it. I'm not gonna do it. I did it.
Yeah, there's a whole secret community for these freaks. They call themselves Queens of Spades. In case you didn't know, spade is a racial slur for black people. One of them back in the day ass slurs. So you know we about to get ourselves into some real foolishness. Let's see what comes up when I search QOS.
Run to me.
Lock them up, all of them, just lock them all up. This chick right here apparently have a C-Uck boyfriend on standby who's just okay with her occasionally getting piped down by random different black guys. That's a way to live your life, I guess.
See a better fit for me.
And then you got this degenerate harpy, dead ass flying a BLM flag. And yes, you will see these type of people using BLM in their bio, in their captions, and this one with a flag. We are literally reaching KKK levels of disrespect for black people just to F-eticize black people. And peep the tat. BBC only? Who the fuck dedicates this much of their lives to a kink? Oh, see, if you ain't know no better, you'd think these were just two normal chicks doing a TikTok in the bathroom. But no. Huh? They're trying to dominate some sub-cuck beta wimp on the internet. Oh my god, they're at your job. These weirdos are everywhere. Look at the caption. You can't accidentally put the hashtag QOS. That's not an accident. QOS is in this chick's name. It's in her name. She dedicated her whole internet persona to this. It's like these people never heard of a digital footprint.
You know it's hard out here for a pair.
Am I the only one getting like an undead vibe from these chicks? Look at them. What is that? Like, am I tripping? Don't they look like, you know, you could wake up one night with them just like on top of you sucking your blood? And why the fuck are they dancing to Hustle and Flow? You know what it is? It feels like they're trying really hard to be human beings and they're just doing a really bad job of it. It's a skinwalker vibe I'm getting. Like, this right here could actually give me nightmares. Okay, that's enough. People are gonna have to learn to keep their cringe ass kinks indoors. They just out and about giving everybody secondhand embarrassment, unprovoked. All of this for what? Is this really the publicity that anyone here wants? But you get the damn point. We don't gotta see no more examples of this foolishness. So we've reached the part of the video where I dispel some of these myths. Myth number 1, Snowbunnies bounce on one BBC, suddenly they got a black, not mixed, but black baby. This is observably untrue. The majority of black dudes in those comments were there for a few reasons. 1, to get their ego stroked. 2, to try to slide in some coochie. 3, to rage bait the colonizers. Or 4, because they are actually tap dancing, Queen of Spades loving weirdos. And that's okay. Understand that people who can't deconstruct white supremacy enough to see past the F-etish will meet their match in someone who is as racist as them. And a lot of these racist pick-me's will go out and adopt themselves some bald-headed coon, then hop on the net and try to use that nigga as some sort of rage bait against black women. And I just want to say, to all the bony butt hoes BBC hopping just to antagonize black women, stop wasting your time. In order for someone to get trapped in the C-Uck role, they have to care. Black women do not want those coon ass niggas, bro.
White girl power, man. White girl power, man.
As a man, I wouldn't even want to be cool with no coon ass niggas like that. A lot of y'all racists be with lames because you're too racist to see the damn difference. You wanted the dreadhead, but settled for bald beer belly unk. Because black is black, right? That's why all those down bad desperates be in them comments in the first place. They want to exploit their fetish to pull a woman they probably know is out of their league. They're there because they can't get with the black chicks they want, and they see the Queen of Spades fetish as the perfect in. The non-racist black dudes, they got options, can also have a quick little Snowbunny phase. Thing is, they typically end up with black women. The real truth is, everyone loves black women. They just scared to admit it. They dead ass like Helga and Hey Arnold, but it's okay. I'll say it for them. We all love black women. Passionately. We all admire their strength, their creativity, their intelligence, and their majestic whimsy. The reason people can't say this out loud is because hating on black women is an international bonding ritual. They're the one group of people that have no privileges under the systems that be. Black men hate on them because of the patriarchy, and non-black women hate on them because of white supremacy. And the political and corporate worlds fight tooth and nail to hinder their ability to succeed under capitalism. Everyone can rely on hating on black women to make themselves feel better about their own situations. One thing a miserable nigga is going to do is find a reason to hate on a black woman. This is why a person who hasn't deconstructed white supremacy is not just a red flag to black women. They are a literal danger to them. So if you are a black woman and you see a nigga with low enough racial self-esteem that he out here chasing queens of spades, you'd be wise to avoid that nigga. At the end of the day, we're typically drawn to ourselves anyway. That is who relate to us the most. The woke people will be drawn to other woke people, and the racist people will be drawn to other racist people. We're typically drawn to people who match our level of social awareness. And if not, we end up educating or brainwashing them so that they do match our level of social awareness.
The reason conservative men go after liberal women so much is because it is trophy hunting. They are wanting to put the bird in the bird cage and get on a podcast and say they're the ones that did it. Okay, conservative men love to be the type that when they do get a liberal woman, and even if that liberal woman is like, oh, I don't want kids, they then kind of like whittle them down over the years or baby trap them themselves just so they can say on a podcast to other men, yeah, no, she didn't want kids, but I convinced her to. I finally convinced her to, yeah.
You can't have a relationship with someone when y'all living on two different planes of reality. So does the race really matter at that point? The lessons you pass on to the next generation is what matters, because that's what affects the future the most. If we just keep moving forward, we will all eventually find our match. This is why self-love is the most important part of any relationship. If you love yourself, you'll love the people you attract. And I don't want to completely invalidate the people who see interracial dating as the dream MLK died for, because it probably was. But MLK wasn't perfect, and he didn't know everything. But he did walk so that we could run. And taking in consideration all the information we have in 2026, it's pretty obvious that white supremacy fears strong black families. Just think about how much the media is terrified of portraying black couples. Even on commercials, it's always got to be interracial or white. They fear black unity. So if you're incredibly pro-black and you want to do your part to fight against white supremacy, black love is probably the way to go. But here are some stats. Approximately 86 to 88% of married black men in the US are married to black women. And about 94% of married black women are married to black men. And we can't allow the elites to brainwash us with propaganda. Black love is alive and well.
Two good things I say about black men. My first thing that's I'm black. Shit, y'all my man. I'm a black woman and I love my black men. And I love y'all. I know that's right. Black men, y'all hide y'all feelings, which is not good, but y'all hide y'all feelings to make sure everybody else straight. So I
What things you can say about black women?
Hey man, all I gotta say is I love you, black women. Everybody know I always say that.
Shit, y'all know that. Yeah, no, look, they got a lot on their back, but you know, it's okay to be emotional about your feelings. You know, it's okay to be you. You ain't gotta be hard for yourself. You know, it's okay.
I have more than two. I have infinite things to say. Black women, thank y'all for being the strongest women on the planet Earth. Thank you.
So, you're probably wondering by now, what the hell is actually the point of this video? But that's simple. To show people how pointless it is to stress things you have no control over. The universe will eventually balance itself out. But if you're one of those black people that truly fear little mixed kids being born out of a fetish and raised by a Queen of Spades mom that hate their blackness, have no fear. Humanity's greatest problem is not actually racism. Racism is only a symptom of the problem. Humanity's greatest problem is ignorance. And I know there are valid concerns about racist white women raising their mixed babies to be coons, because Lord knows the white mom to mixed race baby coon pipeline is undefeated. But the solution to all of this is education. If you worry for the future like I do sometimes, spread as much knowledge and awareness as you possibly can. Having racist parents doesn't guarantee that the child will turn out racist. There's already been plenty of people who had to cut off their MAGA parents. This is possible because information is the cure for misinformation. A kid with racist parents can just go to college and realize, oh, I've been lied to my whole life. Countering the constant flow of misinformation with factual information will literally help heal the world. And I'm sure I'm not the only one who've noticed that it seems like only the most irresponsible people are having babies right now, while all the emotionally healed, intelligent people are refusing to bring a child into this hellscape of a world. And that's okay. It takes a village to raise a child, so be a part of that village. Give knowledge, wisdom, advice, encouragement, love, attention, whatever you can manage to the next generation. We are all partially responsible for the state of the world they were born into. So if you really do worry for the future, then protect it. Spread as much factual information you can, however you can. The elites have been waging psychological warfare on the citizens for centuries. There are plenty of differences between races, but that's not why we hate each other. We hate each other because of misinformation and emotional instability. If we can counter those two things, we can heal the world regardless of the races people choose to date. But that's all for this video. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments if you've ever been fetishized. And once again, thanks for watching. Peace.